glad you're here, and thank you for coming. I'd like to introduce the players that are at our table here. First of all, Sean Guyton plays corner and wide receiver. Sean has been a 3-year varsity player. He had 5 interceptions last year at corner. He has offers from some of the service academies and Ivy League schools. All these guys are very good students as well as athletes. Quentin Lyons is an offensive and defensive lineman. Been a 3-year varsity starter, second team All-League last year. He also was 5th in the state in shot put this year at the track meet. Sean also runs track. Maurice Johnson. His first name is Wade, but he goes by Maurice. Is a 3-year varsity player, 3-year varsity starter. Was our second leading tackler at linebacker last year. Also an outstanding running back and will carry the ball quite a bit this year, and was first team All-League last year. Justin Horton is our strong safety, also plays some wide receiver and quarterback. Was first team All-League last year, had 3 interceptions, I believe, and was our 3rd leading tackler.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the new playoff structure for Division I and II? Congrats on making the playoffs.
Yeah, we've made the playoffs. That's great. I like it. I mean, I like the idea of determining the playoff divisions at the end of the season, because I think that's the way it should be done. And I know that the CIF is considering this, and I've talked with Rob Wygott and all those guys about this for years, that I feel like that's the best way to do it, because you don't really know till the season's been played who the top teams are. So at least this is a step in the right direction. You know, I kind of would like to see them just kind of rank the teams and take the top 16 in Division I or whatever. But I think it's a good thing.
One other quick thing for you, Coach. 40th year, congratulations. This is a bit of an open-ended question, but how has high school football changed over these 40 years from now?
It's changed for the good in a lot of ways, in that the things that are being done to help develop players and the coverage, the amount of opportunities that there are for kids to go on to college to play the sport if they want to. The support for the programs is greater. So I think there's a lot of good things. I think, you know, Coach, some of the coaches have talked about it, but the striving to make it a team sport is more difficult than it has been because of the attention to the individuals. And one of our toughest jobs is to get families to buy into the team concept, which is what helps make your team successful. Teams that are most successful have great teams who have great camaraderie, who love each other and play for each other and play for their school, and not just for the college scholarship. And certainly, with what it costs to go to college these days, you understand that people, you know, scholarships are important, but that can't be their sole motivation for being part of a team. I think that it's become a little more difficult in terms of some of the families being, as has been mentioned, you know, if things aren't going their way, they'll leave. I mean, that hasn't happened a lot, to be honest with you, with our kids, but it does happen. So, sure.
Coach, I know last year there was more of a quarterback competition pre-season and then well into the season. I don't know how many weeks, but at least 3 or 4, and then Cooper Meek rose up to the occasion. I'd assume that he's the guy this year. For you as a coach, going into the year, kind of knowing who it's going to be, that certainly helps you, and how does that impact you going into the year, knowing who your guy is as opposed to trying to find out who it might be?
It's very helpful. Cooper ended up starting in the 3rd game last year, and then went forward and did a great job and led us to the Division II semifinals. He's just a great leader. He's very smart, very coachable, great athlete, and it's really, really nice having that guy leading us. Now, having said that, we have another quarterback who's very good as well, Zach Siskowick, who we want to make sure he gets an opportunity to play a little bit too, since he's an outstanding player as well. So, you know, we're fortunate to have two guys that are pretty good players.
What year is that?
He'll be a sophomore.
How can you spell his last name?
I'll give it to you later. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, are any of the student athletes doing anything outside of football or academically to make themselves a little more attractive to colleges, i.e. volunteering?
Well, they all volunteer. It's part of the curriculum that they volunteer various places and so on. They go on retreats. Some of our guys have been on retreats this summer. And you guys work in the sports camp? Yeah, worked in our sports camp, working with younger kids, and I think they set a great example for the youth in the community. And they've of course been lifting weights and practicing all summer long, and they've done an absolutely fantastic job in that regard. And our strength coach is Nick Garcia, who I think is the best anywhere. And our guys have gotten stronger and more physical throughout the summer, and be ready to get after it when we get going.
I've got a question for Sean and Justin. I know you guys take a lot of pride in that defensive secondary, and if I'm not mistaken, you got a lot of experience coming back. I know a lot of success, a lot of interceptions, so on and so forth from last year. Kind of just talk about that confidence going into this year, having a really solid unit returning in that secondary.
We all play really well together. We've been together for 4 years. We have great chemistry. We're like brothers to each other, like a family. We also have a lot of young guys coming up who are also good, can help the team out.
Well, like Sean said, like we're all really close to each other. We've been playing with each other since we were freshmen. We have a bond now where it's like we're so close, like we're brothers, like we're all tight with each other. Just like Sean said, also we have a lot of young guys on the team, a lot of sophomores and juniors coming up that push us to be better every single practice, every single day, at lifting, at practice in general. And then just Evan, our free safety, Andre, our other corner, just we all push each other to be our best, and that's about it, yeah.
You mentioned all those guys, you guys are seniors, a little more on that secondary. From you being a freshman together, kind of coming through, now being seniors, do you feel like there's more of a emphasis on kind of helping those younger guys be as good as you guys in the secondary, so on and so forth? How do you do that for those younger guys?
Well, first we lead by example. So the young guys have to watch us. They learn from us, from our technique and from our play style, and then we just lead. Just in general, we let them know if they do anything wrong. We teach them, we correct them on technique, form, just in general, just being a leader and, yeah, just being a good player.
If anybody wants to chime in on that, we got a lot of seniors here.
I would just say that competition is like everything. We're all here to compete. We all love each other. It's all chemistry. It's just we're all here to compete.
Yeah, and also if like someone's making mistakes, we can help coach them up because like they accept criticism easily, like helpful, and so we just help them out and show them that we really care, and that we can really improve together and move on.
We also be supportive to them on and off the field. We help them out when they need it.
Thank you.
Sean, sorry, Coach.
That's all right.
And for any player who wants to take it, it's so rare to have a coach who's been here as long as Coach Remain in the same place, never mind just coaching for 4 years. What's it like working with him day in and day out, a guy who's put so much into this school? What does that mean to you guys?
It's great. He's like a mentor to us on and off the field. He's always supportive to us, giving us tips on what to do and not to do. He's caring towards us. He cares about us, and it's a great experience.
Yeah, it's a lot of work because he wants us on the field and off the field. 24/7 is all about football. And he really just wants to show us the way, help us move on forward in life, going to college. He's just trying to prepare us for the world.
I think it's great. I was a sophomore. I've been 3-year starter, a varsity starter, and I was there for his 300th win at Alamany. I think it's a great experience to be here and be coached by someone who has that much experience throughout those 40 years, and he prepares us for life going forward. And yeah.
I just think it's a blessing to have a coach that is on that high of a standard as Coach Rooney. I don't think there's as many coaches, if there is any at all, that is as great and experienced as a coach as Coach Rooney. He teaches us that it's not only about football, it's about being a better person, being a better man, being a better brother, and just growing up being a better man. So, yeah, thank you, Coach.
None of them have to run line drills on Friday.
We're not to Friday yet. We'll find out. I'd like to also mention that Joe McNabb, who's our defensive coordinator, has also been here 39 years and is as big a part of this as I am. And he's, as you guys know, does great stuff. So.
He's the guy who makes him run.
Hey, Coach, you guys started off a little slow last year, losing the first 2 games, and then, I think you lost to Bishop Lamont. They told me to say that. How is your preparation starting at the beginning of the season? How is that going to change so you don't come out the gate slow?
Well, I think as was mentioned, having a starting quarterback in place, I think, is important. We have a very veteran team coming back, guys who have been part of our program for a long time. So I think just that experience is going to help us start. We played Desert Vista in our first game in the Honor Bowl down in San Diego, they were 7th in the state in Arizona last year, I think. So we're just doing everything we can to prepare for them and going to play as well as we can in every game. That's all we can ask our guys to do. And they've been preparing very hard and doing a great job, and just got to continue doing that.
You kind of just answered this a little bit when you said that your goal is just to play as hard as you can in every game, but you guys are really good this last year, returning most of your key guys. Is there any sort of other tangible goal, whether it's to win the championship, win the league, or is it just as simple as just be as good as you can?
Well, I think everybody intends to win the league. Everybody wants to be CIF champions. Everybody wants to go to the state games and all those things, and those are goals. But what we tell our guys their purpose is to become the best, tightest team they can possibly become, and that's what they need to work on. All those goals will happen if we are able to have a team of guys who really love and care about each other and who play as hard as they possibly can every down and who are disciplined and do things as correctly as they can on every down. If we can do those things, then our chances of achieving our goals will be pretty good.
I'm not sure if there's actually an answer for this, but I do remember that Bishop Lamont game taking 2 days to complete. That's really odd. I believe that was a first for you. You're coaching, we talked about that. Just kind of some extra thoughts on that experience at all? I just, having looking back on it, like I said, I don't know if there's an answer, but I had to bring it up.
Yeah, it was a very unusual situation. We played the first quarter, and we got lightninged out and came back the next day and played, and they beat us fair and square. But, I think both of us would have liked to have finished the game that night if we could have. But I know Scott Altenberg said that his comment was to the officials was they're going to play the game until until somebody gets struck by lightning. If they do, then they'll stop. But
I like it so far. It's a great experience. Teaches all of us like the media side, how reporters.
It was a great time to experience talking to reporters, which is my first time, answering questions, and yeah, it was a great experience.
I thought it was a good experience to talk to reporters and media and get a feel for it before our seniors go off to college, so I enjoyed it.
It was really cool. I got to like talk to other people, see their point of views on how the seasons go, and really promote the season, show like what we're really trying to do this year.